Everybody knows John Gotti as the Teflon Don, but what fewer people realize is how much the real-life mob boss admired The Godfather, the book by Mario Puzo, and the films by Francis Ford Coppola. Today we're diving into how John Gotti connected himself to the Godfather myth, and even tried to meet the people who created it. Let's start with the basic. John Gotti loved The Godfather. It was his favorite movie, and more than just a film, he enjoyed it. He modeled himself after Michael Corleone, the son who takes over the family business with cold calculation and style. His daughter Victoria even said that her father ran his business and the mob business by the same principles Michael Corleone lived by. Gotti wasn't quoting Goodfellas or Scarface. No, he quoted The Godfather in his day-to-day conversations, and he built his image around that. And Mario Puzo, author of The Godfather, wanted absolutely nothing to do with real gangsters. He openly admitted he never met a gangster in his life. And he told Coppola never agree to meet them because if the mob knew you didn't want contact, they'd respect that and stay away. So when it comes to John Gotti meeting with Mario Puzo, that never happened. Puzo avoided that world entirely, but that didn't stop Gotti from trying to get close to the Godfather's circle in other ways. During the 1970s, when Coppola was filming The Godfather Part 2, Gotti wasn't yet the famous boss we know, but he was already ambitious. According to Coppola, one day an associate came up to him and said, "Mr. John Gotti is here and would like to make the acquaintance of Mr. Coppola." Coppola remembered Puzo's warning and declined. He told his assistant to send Gotti away politely, and that was the end of it. Gotti was turned down by Hollywood's most famous mob director. But years later, Gotti got a different kind of wish fulfilled. In Little Italy, he actually met Marlon Brando, the man who played Don Vito Corleone himself. They met in a restaurant, and Gotti invited Brando over to his social club. And what happened there? Brando cracked jokes, performed magic tricks, and entertained Gotti's crew. Meanwhile, Gotti told his own stories. Think about that for a second. The most powerful mob boss in New York and the actor who played the ultimate mob boss sitting together and laughing like old friends. That's the blending of fiction and reality right there. By the 80s, when Gotti became boss of the Gambino family, the media had already decided he was the real-life Godfather. He was called the Dapper Don for his expensive suits, movie star hair, and the way he carried himself. Vanity Fair once wrote that Gotti basically created his image from Hollywood gangster movies. He believed in the myth of the mafia. He studied Al Pacino's performance until he got it right. And at his trials, Gotti would smile, wave to crowds, and even sign autographs. Reporters would ask, "What are you, a movie star?" And in some ways, yeah. He was playing the role he admired so much. Even his own family leaned into the Godfather image when Victoria Gotti helped produce a biopic about her dad. She told the actor playing him, "Don't play him like Tony Soprano. Play him like Michael Corleone." That tells you exactly how the Gotti family wanted him remembered. So here's the takeaway. John Gotti never met Mario Puzo, but he lived like he was one of Mario Puzo's characters and quoted The Godfather. He tried to meet Coppola, and he hung out with Marlon Brando. And when the press called him the real-life Godfather, he didn't run from it, he embraced it. In the end, Gotti's life shows how powerful the myth of the Godfather really was. Fiction inspired reality, and reality reinforced the fiction. Mario Puzo may have never met a mobster, but his story helped shape the most famous mob boss of the 20th century. John Gotti didn't just run the Gambino family. He played the Godfather on the streets of New York. If you found this breakdown of John Gotti and the Godfather interesting, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let me know what mob history topic you want covered next. Thanks for watching.